Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. A lot of people say, what is this show? Should I watch it? To whom I reply, I don't know even, and I don't care. Up to you. Like, I'm not your mother. Decide if you want to watch it or not by watching it. There's no way to describe this show. It's kind of like asking somebody to describe a Snickers bar. How do you do it? You can't. You can. It's a chocolate candy bar with peanuts and caramel in the middle. But this show's not like that. It's not. There's no ingredient. There are ingredients. I take it back. You can describe this show. One of the ingredients is the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, and that ingredient is Steve Hofstetter, because we like a little carrot juice up in our.
I spent the last 20 seconds in my head just debating if I should change my background to a Snickers bar, and I decided against it, and I'm glad, because apparently you want carrot juice on your Snickers bar. Let me just say, it sounds delightful.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to have you here as always. You can support the show the way you support the show a couple ways. You can Venmo, it's top right of the screen. You could PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or you can super chat. You can also throw in some Facebook stars or join our Patreon, patreon.com/SDSC. You get all kinds of cool perks there. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the mouth to our Snickers bar, Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
I will take it. I will be the mouth of the Snickers bar. How are you doing, guys? I am on location today for the first time. I'm at a beach party at my buddy's 40th birthday. So that's what I love about the show. I just found a quiet bedroom, and we'll do the show today before we go get obscenely drunk and pass out on a beach somewhere. So happy to be here, and happy Saturday, and let's have a fun show, everybody.
I find
Happy
it
40th
weird
birthday, Casey.
that the one time you're at a friend's party is when you're gonna wait until after the show to become obscenely drunk. That's a weird order.
Well, no, I don't get obscenely drunk till after the show. I appreciate it. I drink during the show, but I don't get drunk till after the show. So I don't usually do drugs. I don't do drugs before the show. I don't get high or drunk before the show generally. But today,
it would be irresponsible to do drugs on the show. That would be very irresponsible.
Agreed. I mean, Steve did it once for charity, but other than that, we should never, ever do drugs on the show.
No, I'm not saying you guys do it fine. You also eat on the show. I don't eat on the show either. I don't smoke pot.
That's the important part. Ben, we do our drugs with a full stomach. That's the important part.
Yes, it is. Also, Bowers has eaten on the show twice, for the record. One of them was, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago.
I've eaten on the show to make fun of you guys. I've never eaten on the show because I was eating.
Oh, all of a sudden there's exceptions to the rule. Oh.
Well, yeah, most rules do have exceptions. Most rules do have exceptions. I will say that I'm bad on this show, not drunk or stoned. That's why I don't do it. Like, I already fucked it up enough without being drunk and stoned that I should probably be a little bit maintaining before we get rolling.
You're great.
No, but you are bad on the show, Bowers. If by bad you mean like the good, awesome version of the word bad.
Like the Michael Jackson bad? He's bad.
It.
He knows it.
Well, it depends on which bad. Okay, let's introduce Rachel.
Let's introduce Rachel. Queen Rachel, how you doing? You excited?
I'm good. I figured since Ben's not in his office, he might need help, and so I'm bringing the props today.
Nice.
Am I the only one who's in the normal place I am, and you guys can't even tell because I have a fake background? Like, where did everybody go?
Yes.
Guys, let me just make it very clear. I am home, but I'm not in my normal studio in my office because Spectrum is here again.
Are they coming to retrieve the employees that you kidnapped?
They can try in vain. I will not release them until this day. This is unbelievable. And now suddenly I'm in Steve's house. Hey, look, I'm in Steve's house. Me. Incredible.
All right. Overnight game. What do we got?
Oh, the overnight game was it was starter pack and comedian, and it was basically just use a bunch of emojis. I'm not a big emoji guy, so I don't know what all of them mean. There were two I liked. Beryl had he had just a watermelon and a hammer, and we know who that is. right?
Nice.
And-
Me. That's me, right?
Yes. And then Gallagher. And then Lola had one for Ben that was basically just every emoji that is on the emoji keyboard. And that's and that one made sense to me. I thought she did a great job on that one.
I'm a very expressive person, I guess that means.
Yes.
Yes, expressive. That's the word I would use.
How's your
Expressive.
Wi-Fi in space?
Pretty good. It's better than it is that Spectrum delivers directly to a home.
Yeah.
What does
You're so
starter
close to
pack
it.
mean, and why does that mean emojis? I'm confused.
So starter pack, it's this a meme thing online where it'll be like a starter pack is 4 or 5 things that use these things and you become the thing it's supposed to be. So like the starter pack for Ben Glebe, would be like the vintage lady and the tiny hand and the beachies and the office and the mug and so there's a lot in yours.
Yeah, all those things were in the emoji. She had an emoji for all those things you already named, plus about 19 other things that were pretty good. So she nailed all of them.
Nice.
But it's not always a emoji. It could be things.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, it can be picture. I mean, usually it's pictures though. It's like starter pack with like a Bush Light draft and a red and a American flag bandana and a whatever blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's the Bowers starter pack. So like you can it depends on
Yes, exactly.
Bauer starter pack is a hot dog and a bun and relish and mustard and ketchup.
Yeah.
No relish. That's a
Ben-
vegetable, dude.
Ben, after the show, we're gonna explain to you how gifts work too.
Wait, Bowers just said no relish. That's a vegetable.
Or a fruit.
Yes.
It's one of the two, right?
No, it's a vegetable, isn't it? Isn't it like
I don't know.
pickles?
What's relish made out of? I've never even seen it. Is it pickles or cucumber?
It's
Well, how do you make
pickles.
relish?
Yeah, I guess technically is cucumber technically a fruit? We've been down this road before and we never
I don't
got the
know.
right answer.
I just love
I
that
don't know.
Bowers
I thought it was
just
a sex
said
toy. I didn't know you could even eat it, to be honest.
he
But-
said he's never seen relish. So it's obviously at the dispenser of every hot dog dispenser stand at every stadium. So Bowers must even just like sense there's a vegetable nearby, and he's like, "My eyes!"
Bowers, are you gonna be
I- I
okay?
thought-
There
I
are
thought
leaves
plant-
behind you. Are you gonna be all right?
Well, I think they're fake leaves. This is all fake
It's,
plants and leaves. And the stadium, Ben, I don't put stuff on my hot dogs. I just eat hot dogs plain. When they come out of the drawer and they're in that foil, they're so perfect in their own juices. They don't need any condiments.
Bowers' hot dog topping is just a second hot dog.
Yeah, I just squeeze the first hot dog. I squeeze the first hot dog over a second hot dog and eat the second hot dog. It's a great system.
Oh.
What you do is you cut it up into little hot dog pieces and then you sprinkle it over the hot dog.
Yes. it's a hot dog chili cheese dog, but the chili is the smaller hot dog. I like it. I'm gonna try it.
Rachel,
That just sounds
are you a
pretty good.
hot dog man? Are you a relish man? What is it that you like when it comes to your Franks?
All of them. I like
take it
I like relish and mustard and ketchup and chili and cheese and bacon.
Onions?
And...
Onions?
No, I don't actually. Okay, so no, I don't like
There you go.
onions.
Yeah.
A little chopped
All
up
the
onions
things. What
are part
about
of a
this
hot
thing?
dog.
Not that thing. Not that thing. But all the things except for that thing.
All right, Ben. What's today's game? I think we have a fun game today.
Guys,
We got a
today
great
we
one.
have a great game, and I'm going to throw down the gauntlet at the very beginning. I already have a list of my own answers ready to go. I challenge anyone to be able to step it up because I'm excited about my answers today. Today's game is, politicians?
Sure.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what a politician is, like a
I
governor. Or
doubt
something.
Bowers can think of one, so I'm not going to make it.
Governor, like a governor or senator. Those are politicians, right?
Yep, those are politicians. Well done, buddy.
Yeah, you don't even have to be a governor or senator. You can just have run for an office to also be a politician.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Or you can be currently like a president or whatever. And so you take a politician, and since a lot of them are real weak, we're going to beef them up. We're going to beef up a politician. Just add some sort of beef or meat reference into a politician, and that's our game. And if you'd like to play, you can enter for free in the comments, or for a $5 or more super chat, you will be entered in to win our grand prize, which is one copy of all 12 of our hosts' stand-up comedy albums, a free ticket to be a part of our video front row, and a free ticket to a Nowhere Comedy Club show of your choice. Special events excluded, but so far there aren't any that are excluded. So pretty much you could just have at it. So
Also, by the way, this game is in honor of Devin Nunes, who recently lost his battle with the Devin Nunes' cow Twitter account. That happened yesterday, where he sued to find out who was Devin Nunes's cow, and the courts were like, "No, you dumbass, you're just gonna have to be made fun of." And then he got made fun of more because he did it. It's the Streisand effect. Anyway, an example.
Yay!
An example, pretty easy. So any kind of beef term. So like Donald Rump. That one works, right?
Or like George Wellington. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, any sort of stretch like that.
Abraham lean cut of meat.
I was gonna say Abraham Lean Callum.
But it's
cow,
Abraham, but that's
Ooh,
not meat. That's
it's
not
not
beef, right?
beef
That's
at
pork.
all.
So that would be against the rules too.
I
All
think
right.
Powers considers ham a vegetable.
I just lump all the meats together, to be honest. If it's a meat, it counts as the same thing.
Bowers like, you ever have?
I don't care
you
what
ever have
animal
a
it comes
salad?
from.
He's like, you ever have a salad? It's just like cut up ham and steak and hot dog just mixed together, and like that's his salad.
That's called trail mix, bro. That's from where you're hiking.
My favorite
Very
meat,
nicely done.
my favorite meat to lump all together is lump crab meat. I think that works best.
Perfect. Well, we're gonna crab a politician tomorrow. So,
A lot of them have done it already.
Nice.
all right,
Nice,
Rachel, what do
nice.
we got coming in already?
So we had a really funny comment from Kara Layton around the Snickers. She said, Snickers bar analogy. Steve is the nougat, Bowers is the caramel, Ben the peanuts, and Queen Rachel is the chocolate that holds them all together.
I like it.
Nice. I know why you like that one, because you got to be the thing that holds us together.
I do.
You're like, hey,
Oh,
here's a
Ben,
really great
what-
one that compliments me. I'll read that one.
I think really Rachel is more the wrapper, because when you open it up and you just let it breathe, it immediately starts melting and completely falling apart.
Yeah, rest of the candy. Yeah, does the wrapper roll its eyes at the chocolate at all? Or?
Probably happened. It's probably
Yeah,
happened.
Rachel's the rapper because she hates the candy bar. I get it. It makes sense.
I would say that Jamie Kennedy is the high fructose corn syrup,
Yeah.
bathing in
Agreed.
syrup.
Agreed.
All
All
right.
right, well, let's get this rolling. Why don't you introduce the front row, Steve, and then I'll introduce the comics, and we'll get this show going.
Absolutely, happy to. Ladies and gentlemen, happy to introduce our front row. We got a lot of patrons in our front row. We're happy to have them. We've got Frank, we've got Tam, we've got Carrie, we've got Shannon, we've got Zara, we've got, I think that's Jessica with a FYFT bomb Raz. I don't know what that name means, but that is. But I just kind of figured out it was Jessica before the camera was even on. I was like, that name sounds stoned. All right. So anyway, if you want to join us on our front row and you want to be a patron, you can do that at patreon.com/SDSC. And let's play our Patreon game. We're doing word association right now. So word association. So throw someone on screen for me, Taylor. All right, Jessica, Snickers.
Bar.
All right, next one. It's funny. Anything I say, Bowers would be like, bar.
Sticker candy.
What do you got,
Candy.
Frank? What do you got? Candy? All right.
Candy.
All right, who's next? Shannon. Snickers.
Dog.
But
'Cause I had
I'm
a dog
not
named
even going to
Snickers.
ask why. I'm
I
not
had a
even
dog
gonna
named
ask.
Snickers. That's why.
Okay. I hope you had a dog named Snickers. Otherwise, you are mistreating your dog. You're like, let's find the caramel center. Okay.
See, Shannon, in comedy, what we do is we want to have the word related.
All
Ben
right, Tam.
explains comedy.
Yeah. Tam, Snickers.
Ben.
Ben, nice. All right. Carrie, Snickers.
Bite size.
Bite
Bite
size. All right. All right.
I feel attacked,
Zara,
but okay.
Snickers.
Sarcasm.
Ah,
To snicker at someone. Oh,
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
obviously,
We're wearing the same
we're
thing.
wearing the same shirt.
Are you
Wow.
serious?
Wow.
Love you.
Me too, girl.
my
Two
God.
side by side.
Oh, my God. That
Is
is
it the same
hilarious.
or just the top?
I mean, I think it's the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Pants?
Wow.
What kind of pants are y'all wearing?
I mean, I'm not.
Ben, let's not go
say.
there.
No
Let
pants.
us not
They
go
can just
there.
answer. They don't have to show it. They can answer.
Back to the shower. Okay. we're good.
All right, different word for word association. Now, ready? Pants. No, okay.
None.
Yeah. Well, thank you to our patrons as always. We appreciate that, and I think we're ready for our first comic.
All right, I'm going to introduce both the comics right now. We got two amazing comics. Jen Saunderson is here with us. Say hello, Jen. How are you?
Hello. Oh, and starting my video.
Nice.
Jen,
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
then-
How are you? Oh, sorry. We're going. We're still going.
We're still going, and we also have Mike Baldwin here. Mike Baldwin's first time on the show. How you doing, Mike? How are you?
Hey everybody, how's everybody? Hey.
All right, great job. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. It's gonna be a good show. No, keep turning my camera. It's like I've never done this before on a phone. Yeah, we got a fun show. We're gonna have a good time. Rachel, we got anything to catch up on before we get to the first set?
Nope. Let's do the first comic.
Let's do the first set. All right. So she is the creator of IFC's The Feeling is Mutual, returning champion. Give her Jen Saunderson, everybody. Woo!
I didn't know I was a champion. So already doing well. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Yeah. Very excited that it's Pride Month. LGBTQIA repeating, I assume. There's so many. I identify as B. Is bi, or bi bitch is what I like to refer to myself as. I would call myself pan, but I didn't know that existed in my 20s, and I really don't want to come out to my mom again in the middle of an Outback Steakhouse in front of her very confused boyfriend. That's true. But my little brother came out as bi a couple months ago, which he did it 15 years after me, which is a little hack. Yeah. He came out to our dad, and our dad was like, I can picture you, Jen, with another woman. I can picture that. But I can't picture your brother with another man like that. I was like, how about you don't picture any of your kids fucking? How about that? Like, that's a given. But I'm already very disturbed that this year is an election year because I spent all of 2016 trying to get my dad to make good decisions, which was very frustrating. And this is true. 2016, I had my honeymoon, which was very exciting. I went to Iceland with my husband, and I spent it, the best way possible on the floor in our honeymoon suite, trying to convince my dad not to vote for Trump as my husband slept in the bed next to us. The dreams of every little girl. I just sat there like, he's not a businessman. He doesn't have a plan. He's a xenophobe. Well, you don't know, Google it. Just really, really fun. And he ended up voting for Trump anyway. And he did it because he was worried about terrorists in the 27th largest city in Washington state. He thought that was a target. I was like, y'all don't even have a Target store. Like, what are the terrorists going to be like? Hey, I heard you have a really good strawberry festival. Just yeah. So he went out to try to buy a gun to protect himself, but he couldn't because he has domestic abuse charges. So I was like, who's the terrorist now, Dad? And I said all that on Facebook. And that's how Christmas got canceled. I know, because it's come back every year as a Facebook memory. Remember that time when everybody was mad and you had extra money because you didn't have to buy gifts? So fun. And his wife decided to message me because I was like, yeah, let's get it all on the record. Let's do that. She's like, you're killing your father. You're killing your father with all this anti-Trump rhetoric. You're killing your dad. I was like, I'm killing dad? You're wife number 5. I'm pretty sure it's not me and my opinions, Karen with 2 R's. Learn how to spell a name. we didn't speak for a very long time, and he wanted to come visit me because he said that, I'm like his best friend. I was like, well, you're just like my dad. Boundaries. And he wanted to come visit, but I wanted to visit in a place there was a lot of people, so I didn't have to be one-on-one. I was like, let's go to an amusement park then. It's the only socially acceptable place for me to scream, and everyone's like, she's having a great time. A lot of families working shit out just on roller coasters, like, stop talking about her email. So fun. But there was a moment where we were in line at Hogwarts, and my dad just out of the blue was like, you know what? I think he's a real idiot. I'm really glad he got rid of that Steve Bannon. I was like, you can tell me anything you want that Disney is the Magic Kingdom, but I will always think it's Hogwarts now. Except for J.K. Rowling, because she's a turf bitch, and I can't get into that. She's horrible. Look it up and then be sad. Yay! But it's important to have these conversations. And I've been having a lot of them for the last 30 plus years with my dad. And I get really upset when people in the conversations are like, well, you need to listen to all sides. It's like, I don't need to listen to white supremacists. I'm already very aware that where they stand, assholes. I got it. Also, like, you cannot say that you're the master race if you have to wear SPF 100. Otherwise, you'll be taken down by the freaking sun. If a lovely summer's day can whoop your ass, you're not the master race. I'm gonna end on that.
Jen Saunderson. Jen Saunderson. I definitely have noticed that the people who are like proudest of their heritage and their genes are the ones that should be the most ashamed by it. Have you seen the pictures? They're gross.
And should be the ones who are most ashamed of their genes. Just always torn up genes. Also, I loved, my favorite part of Jen's set was her impression of terrorists. Pew 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 pew.
I take them very serious.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good impression of rural Washington terrorists, though. That said, tip jar is open. Tip jar is open. If you want to tip, you can do so top right of the screen. You can Venmo, you can PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or of course you can super chat. Always happy to have you on, returning champion. It's just a thing that Powers says. There's not an actual championship. Anyone who returns is a returning champion.
Oh.
We didn't take you on a roller coaster again. You do. It's a.
You don't have to tell people that. Just let her feel good. Why would you have to tell her that everyone's a
No, I'm saying everyone who returns, which is not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people who get back.
Oh, that's nice.
What we do is take our comedians and put them through a roller coaster of emotions here on the show.
Are you eating a Snickers? What are you?
No, a fruit leather.
Oh,
A fruit leather?
There. Okay.
I don't know if that's food.
My great grandfather was a fruit shoe cobbler, and so I'm just trying to honor my heritage.
I like that the game is beef a politician, and a former presidential candidate is now eating leather. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Better believe it.
Jen,
Rachel, what do we got?
I gotta say,
Oh, sorry.
Jen, I feel your pain because my dad loves two things: Donald Trump and the Masked Singer, and I'm not sure which I'm disappointed with more. But yeah, it's the two worst things you could like in the whole world. He likes both of them, and I'm trying to talk him out of at least one of them. I don't know which I can.
Two things that we need to unmask for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, I don't believe that's them singing. I don't believe they're in the mask till they reveal. I think if they just have an actor in a suit, and they have a track play. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into that whole argument, but it was good set, Jen. Rachel, what we got for tips? What we got for tips coming in?
Yeah, so we've got Tamara Johnson had tipped $15 for Jen.
Wow.
John Dugan $10 and said, Jen Saunderson, destroying families and making strangers laugh. Bloody awesome.
Yay! And it's my dad's birthday today. Yay!
Nice.
It is.
We had Zara in our live audience, 25 Aussie, and said, you're fantastic,
wow.
Jen. You're more than welcome to do the holidays with me.
I would. We want to go to Australia, me and my friends.
There
Please.
you go.
Work.
Well,
Okay,
if you've got
yeah.
a red and black checkered shirt, you're in. Just show up with Rach, and you guys will all be.
Let's do it.
So close.
And then we had some Facebook stars from Tanya Smith.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Thank you. Sorry,
Good
I will
job.
keep dancing.
Well, that's,
What
I
tips?
apologize
Does
for
this
that.
help with tips?
I
I
was
still am
actually
paying for
thinking-
college.
I was actually thinking, Jen, because part of me was like, oh man, it would have been great if we had booked you a week later on Father's Day. And then it turned out it was your dad's birthday. So it's still.
He doesn't like me right now.
Well, he does not watch the show. So.
That's the only thing your dad and I have in common.
we had
Hilarious.
a funny tip. Jerry Kennedy had sent in $5 and said, liberal redneck here, proud of my genes, ashamed of my genetics.
He gets his jeans at the Buckle. I guarantee it. That's my demo. You buy your jeans at the Buckle, you're gonna think I'm funny. That's my demo for sure. If you know what the Buckle is, it's a Midwest sparkly jeans store that people that are rich hillbillies. That's my demo.
Lion, the Tiger King.
Yeah, Tiger King for sure. He shops at the Buckle for sure.
Yeah.
Does this help? Does the dancing help? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm not going to get in the way of it. This is fascinating.
All my dance
know what's
moves are circa 2004.
I love the. This is what
So what's-
happens, Bowers,
God,
when you
she
tell people
freeze
that
while
they're a
dancing?
champion.
Oh, there
This
we
is
go.
what happens.
Yeah, I will say, Steve and I have been talking about this week. Like, there's a point where I feel like it's not that white people don't believe that racism exists; they somehow don't believe the internet exists. I don't know how you still yell at people right now when they're on their phone. Yeah, and then they fucking yell racist. Like, do you not know you're gonna get fired? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is happening?
Did you see the? So there were two. There were two in the last 24 hours that were big. One was the woman with the plastic face who somehow runs a cosmetic line. Did you see this? Lisa Anderson, who she went up to a guy there was a guy who was putting like chalk stencil outside of his place that said Black Lives Matter. And she went up to him saying that he couldn't just do that on someone else's property, that she knows the owner and he's the owner. So that was one. So she lost like all of her skincare deals and everything. And then there was another one, not race related. There was a COVID one where someone refused to wear a mask. She got called out on it. And so she went and started coughing on people. And then she turns to walk away and just, you see her eyes catch the phone that's filming her. And she's like, it was just this wonderful moment of that. And she was an intern at some medical place that has now disavowed any knowledge of her. It's been great. It's people.
But that's a
taken
step.
down.
That's a start. At least when she looked at it, she was like, "Oh shit, I'm on camera. I should stop," and didn't then yell a bunch of terrible more shit. Like that's the thing I don't understand is like they're filming and they're like, "Stop filming." They yell. It's like, how do you not think? Have you never seen the internet? Do you think it's gonna be on your side? I don't understand. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's the internet will turn on you if you misspell something, like
Right.
let alone if you cough on somebody.
Well, half the internet turns on you if you misspell something. The other half turns on you if you don't misspell anything. They're like, "What are you fucking from college? You fucking."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh shit, sorry guys, I didn't mean to not misspell anything."
My
And if you
favorite thing is
mispronounce
Asking to
things?
speak.
Woo.
I've
Wait,
been asking
right?
to speak to I've been asking to speak to the manager of this show for many months.
Hey.
Everybody refuses to respond to me. I'm like, I want to speak to your damn manager. That's all I want. Oh.
You're the manager of the show, Ben. It's
Yeah.
your show.
Oh, right. It's a strong point.
Jen, by the way, is Karen with 2 R's? Is that like Super Karen? Is that like the next evolution of Karen?
Oh.
Yes,
That's the
that would
ultra-
be.
I've
Her
been
hair.
enjoying-
She has an angular haircut on both sides of her head. It's not just the one side. It's
Yeah.
on
And
both sides.
hello. Sorry,
Double
that was
Karen,
gross.
motherfucker.
That's phenomenal.
Her pubes are cut at an angle. That's how you know she's
Yep.
super Karen.
Yep, with the highlights. With the highlights, Chris.
I don't think a Karen
Frosted
grooms
pubes.
down there. Honestly, I do not think a Karen grooms down there. I don't think it happens.
No, she has it done by people, but yeah.
Yeah.
By some of her best friends are. That's who does it.
Dang.
Yeah.
We had so we had Tam and Renee tip Jen $5. We had Atomic Daycare $20 and said, I love loving the laughs. The Jen dance rocks.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey, he's got $20 for dancing. I think you just changed your career, Jen. I don't know what's going on. You're now
Is the Running Man? I don't. Oh, ow. Press. Oh, it's been a minute.
Walk it off.
I've got up a
walk it
couple
off.
letters up there since then.
We also had Jess in our live audience tipped $20 and said, I'm sure the end was just as funny as the beginning, but then my child's father unplugged my Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Wow.
We also had a general come in, Shannon Kerr.
Oh.
Shannon.
Bowers, listen up. She tipped the show $200.
Wow.
And said,
Awesome.
I want Bowers to slam a beer and a hot dog. This is all the money I have. Make it happen.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Wow.
Do you have a
I
hot
hate
dog?
to tell you,
Tomorrow.
I hate to tell
Get
you,
it for
Shannon,
tomorrow.
but that was free. You outbid yourself by $200 on that one.
I just opened this beer, so I'll slam this beer now, and then I'll see if I can go find a hot dog because I'm at this party. So they have a grill. This place is insane. They got a grill downstairs. I probably can find a hot dog or at least a hamburger. Let's go.
All
Something
right.
with meat. Here he
Here we
goes.
go.
Check.
Ben,
You're done already?
Well, yeah, I drink fast.
Wow.
already? Have you
Wow.
met Bowers? I was like, what's taking so long? He must be tired.
Can you bring me a hot dog? Hot dog?
Yeah.
Or a hamburger?
Like he must be
Hot dog if
tired.
you got one.
Something with
Yeah.
meat.
A hot dog. I need a
I
hot
don't
dog.
care
They're,
if
they're paying me
hamburger, hot
$200 to eat a hot
dog,
dog,
or
and a
vodka.
Coors Light too would be great.
I don't know why you're still
Birthday, I
spotlighting
feel like a
Bowers
dick.
right now while his face was literally off screen. And you
Sorry,
were
I was
like,
talking my buddy Casey. Happy birthday, Casey! It's my buddy Casey's 40th birthday. So he's gonna get me a hot dog and another beer, and we'll make it happen. I can
Nice.
figure this out.
Nice.
He has not stopped the entire time.
My whole setup's on a cat tree, so I found the toys.
Bowers has meat. That's what I know. He doesn't have apples. He has meat.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not
Ruth.
gonna have any.
I
find
want
it
meat
for
now
sure.
so bad. I'm craving meat now.
Yeah. By the way, I'm glad that Ben did not correct Shannon on how she tipped.
I tipped a lot of money. Come on.
She did right. She tipped.
I
great.
would
You
never
did it
correct
wonderfully.
that. Steve felt the need to, but I didn't do it that
You know?
Comedian owned by other comedian. Nicely done. And
So
thank you for your
funny.
generosity, Shannon. We appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right, let's do another comic while we're
Let's do
waiting for
another
Bowers
comic
to
while I'm
find his
making my
meat.
hot dog. All right, cool. Coming to the stage right now. He's making his internet comedy debut. He's from Kansas City. I first met this guy when he won Trial by Laughter. He's very, very funny. Give us a very funny Mike Baldwin. Woo!
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it? Let me set this down. How you doing? Comedy on my phone. I'm standing in my kitchen. I'm doing comedy in my kitchen. I haven't left my house in like a year. What have you guys been up to? I heard there was something, but I don't remember what they said. I've been eating like shit. I know that. Every day I'm like, tomorrow, that's when I'll start. It's tomorrow. So I gotta eat all of it, so then it won't be here for me to eat. I'm doing this for future me. I treat exercising the same way that I treat my suicide. I'm like, yeah, no, I know I need to do that, but I'll just tomorrow. We'll get to it. All right. These are all completely unrelated jokes. So yeah, just so you know, this next one doesn't have anything to do with me killing myself. Did you know that if you took your large intestine and stretched it out on the sidewalk, that I would throw up immediately? Dogs never grow up. Dogs are always either boys or girls. Nobody's ever like, this is my dog, he's a man. Who's a good woman? Yes, you are. I got a weighted blanket. You know what those are? Doesn't matter, but if you don't know, it's a blanket. It's fucking heavy. That's all you need to know. But I got one, and it's for people who toss and turn and stuff. It's supposed to help weigh you down and keep you still when you sleep. And I'm a tosser and turner, so I got one, and all it's done for me is to make me toss and turn stronger. All right. They got, I saw they have 5-hour energy, and now they have 5-hour energy extra strength. And I don't know what that means. You would think like it would just give you extra hours of energy, but then they would just call it like 6 or 7 hour energy. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I went on a date with a girl, and she was wearing high heels, and she got drunk and she fell down. 5-second rule. What else is there? Sony, Panasonic, Bose. I think there's just too many stereotypes. If I could like have back now all of the money that I've spent on pot in my whole life, do you know how much pot I would buy? I don't know, a bunch. They have all different kinds of pot now. You can smoke it or eat it or smoke it like it's crack with a torch in my living room, or like there's a bunch of different ways. But like edibles, that's the thing, is that's like weed that you eat, but then it's also like everything that you eat. That just seems like a pothead way to label things. It's like, what do we call this brand new thing? The same thing that we call the old thing. We'll know what it means. All right, that joke didn't have punchlines as much as it was just like, all right, these aren't all funny right now kind of jokes. Some of these are like coronavirus. You'll get them 2 weeks from now. I think Santa Claus was a pothead. I think he was just the pothead guy who gave free weed and stuff to his friends, and they wrote about it in their diaries. And now here we are, 500 years later, or I don't know when Santa Claus was, but you know what I mean. Long time. But he just, everything about him makes me think pot. He's just a fat dude with a beard. That's pot. He only wants people to give him cookies. I'll bring you stuff, dude. All I want is just a little plate of cookies. Ho, ho, ho. What does that even mean? That's just a pothead laugh. Oh. How many minutes is that?
That's about 5, Mike.
All right, so that's the end of me. Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, Mike Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen. Mike
Pretend
Baldwin.
like I'm leaving, but I'm not really. All right. Hey, everybody. That was great. That last guy. Give it up.
Yeah, what was that last guy's name?
Myself for you. We have a chef and
I appreciate
Oh wait,
that.
do we have a hot dog? We're gonna.
Casey brought me a hot dog. I have a hot dog.
Oh, focus on that. That's
Before you do, no, hold
So
on.
this is my buddy
hold on.
Casey. It's his 40th birthday. Say hi, Casey.
How you doing, guys?
Happy birthday.
Casey.
Hey, happy
He's
birthday,
there,
Casey.
Casey. Happy
birthday.
Before you do the hot dog, though, wait, just
excellent
real
timing,
quick.
Casey.
Just real quick, the tip jar is open for
I
Mike
need that.
Baldwin.
Okay.
If you guys want to tip Mike
Cool, thanks.
Baldwin, you can do so.
want
The
my
tip jar
40?
is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. PayPal is laughfromhome.com. And of course, you can super chat. And this, by the way, is Pothead Santa. So
Very
that's it.
expensive
Oh,
hot dog.
nice.
Yeah. Let's,
It's worth it. It's worth
All
it.
right. All right, Bowers.
Am I gonna eat this hot dog? All right. So
You're going to
Yeah,
wolf
you
the hot
are.
dog. Yeah.
I paid for it. Go
Oh,
ahead.
God. He didn't
Holy shit.
Oh my god!
I missed it.
The dog is implied.
Oh my god.
That just
Oh my
looked like a
God.
camera trick. Like that looked like we cut away to something and we didn't.
Do it again. That didn't look real.
I only had the one. I only had the one hot dog. I don't know how
Who
you,
just
how do you
has
guys
one
eat?
hot dog?
How do you guys eat? They had to bring
That
something.
is, by the way, that needs to be a reaction gif forever. Like just as soon as someone's as soon as someone says nonsense on Twitter you don't want to hear, just put a gif of just.
Oh my god. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
My gosh.
Gotta say, you did that well. That was. I think Shannon got a bargain on that.
I'll say that's
I
the most
did.
money I've ever. That's the most money I've ever made for putting something like that in my mouth. I'll say that. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Oh man, I just got up for a second. I had to ask Spectrum a question, and I missed. Did I miss Bowers eating the burger?
I ate a whole hot dog in one bite.
He ate a hot dog in like 2 seconds.
I totally missed it. So Bowers, if you could do it one more time.
I'll have to
Missed
get
it
another hot
completely.
dog. I'll have to get another hot dog.
Get
Yeah.
one more hot dog to Bowers.
Slow mo, please.
Ben,
Do we have-
it cost me $200, and it's well worth every penny. It was
Really?
amazing. It was
Okay,
amazing.
whoever's at Bowers' house, can you please bring him one more hot dog?
And then a second one after that, a third one. That's insane.
That was
Oh
so well done, man. That was like.
I,
Gotta say, I'm in awe. Like I'm in awe. You know, I spend a lot of my life trying to like be good at things I'm not good at yet. You know, always try to better myself. And I just see that, and I'm like, why even eat a hot dog ever again? Why even try, man? I'm never gonna eat one that well. You know, I just watched LeBron dunk from the fucking half court. Like that was.
I've heard rumors that Bowers is great at deep throating wieners, but I never thought I'd see it. Still
I
haven't
showed you
seen
the
it.
whole technique, Ben. I just showed you the whole technique and you missed it. I'm sorry. I'll see if I can get another one of these.
Did
Yeah,
you also
Ben
tickle
is
the
like-
bun? Did you also tickle the bun?
Ben watched that and he's just like, Carm, get in here. Get in here. You gotta see this.
Oh God, here he goes. Come on, Bowers.
There he goes.
All right, Rachel, what do we got? What do we got coming in?
Give me another one.
All right.
Wow.
Hannah Lester tipped Mike $4.20.
Nice.
We had Stanley $20. Great internet debut.
Sweet.
Nice.
Zara and Jessica in our live audience, $20 each.
Yay.
Vaughn
Thanks.
in our audience, $10 and said, Mike, here's to Kush Kringle.
Love
That's what you should do next week. You can do marijuana-related Christmas themes.
Yeah.
That's a good
Which is
game. We'll do
perfect
that
to
one.
do in June. That is a perfect
Jingle
June game.
bongs, jingle bongs, jingle bongs in May.
It's June, and Mike is very obsessed with Christmas. Have you seen the mug he's drinking out of? He's a very
What? Oh
The
yeah,
Christmas guy,
Well, I have this. It was a gift. I have a Christmas tree too that I just left up, and I change the decorations like every 4 months. It's currently still the quarantine tree.
What does that mean?
What
Can
does
we
that look
see it?
like?
What's it look like?
Oh,
What's
do
the
you want to?
quarantine look
Can I move
Yeah.
my camera and show it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a little
I
field
don't know
trip.
if you can,
All right,
but we
here,
hope
I'll
so.
show you a few.
I'm gonna guess.
things.
I'm gonna guess the
There's my
quarantine tree is
tree.
just by itself.
Yeah, no, it's got a Santa. He's got his mask on for safety. And then only the essential lights work. Now that I'm moving around and showing you stuff, then I want to show you something else. Look at how tiny my kitchen is. And I'll look at, okay, there's my my dishwasher. Watch my dishwasher open.
Oh my gosh.
Go all the way.
Mike's
You get
kitchen
the
is so
tray out
small
to
he
put shit
can't
in
have
there.
he can't have a full
I've
size
gotten
bowl.
used to doing it diagonally.
That is the airplane bathroom of kitchens. That's incredible.
It really is. I like it though. Whatever.
The sink has blue water that comes out.
It can if I want it to. That's my choice.
City Mike, that apartment would be $3,500 a month.
But in Independence, Missouri, where I am, it's $475. Boom. Tip me. Please tip me. I barely could just
We could literally pay a
All
month
of
of
you
Mike's
people.
rent right now, guys.
Please, God. That's all I
Of
ask.
course, he'll spend
That's
it
all I
on
need.
pot, but still, it would be great.
I won't. I bought lots of pot way before the quarantine even started. I'm good for months and months.
All
All right,
right.
Rachel, what do we got?
How do you
Let's
fit all
do
the
some-
pot in that apartment?
He can only fit 2 grams at a time. Sorry.
Bowers.
What happened? Who messed up?
That's all right.
There
No
we
big deal.
go.
Did he eat another hot dog while you weren't looking?
Yeah, no.
He ate
The
another
best
one
joke
while
I've
we
ever
were
made.
looking, and we still didn't see it. It was amazing.
Oh, let's see it again.
Yeah.
We do.
Should definitely use that $200 to send him to that Nathan's hot dog challenge.
No. You know what we need for Bowers? Have you ever seen one of those like David
the fridge
Attenborough
in the
nature
garage.
documentaries? Where they like slow down nature to really see it happen. Like they really see like the snake stick its tongue out or whatever it is. Like that's what we need to see with the hot dog to actually see how a Bowers.
How a Bowers.
Yeah, how a Bowers eats a hot dog.
Watch the Bowers devour the hot dog.
Yeah. This Bowers has sparkly
never know when
plumage
to
to
just
get
hot
attention in the wild.
I wasn't prepared to. I
all
was
right,
just
Rachel,
like up here looking
Bowers
at stuff.
Devour
Oh,
Hour.
hey, oh God, I'm
Yeah.
on. All right.
So-
At the
so-
Bowers Devour Hour, we devour powerful. I don't remember the rest of
Yeah.
it.
All right, so I asked my buddy Casey to bring me a Coors Light, and he brought me this, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dude. That's kind of a dick move." But they're not wrong. They're the same thing.
Still gotta chug it. Chug that
That's a
water.
very light Coors Light.
I want to see it
so-
all go down. You're gonna
Oh.
be
Rachel.
so healthy.
Rachel, what else we got? By the way, it's taking him way longer to drink
Oh
that
my
than the beer.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. You just pounded 16 ounces of water in 4 seconds.
That's the first time I've had
It was
water in
longer
2
than
years.
What?
You ate a hot dog faster than you drank a bottle of water.
Go with your strengths, man. It's what you're used to. You know?
All right, Rach, what
Go
do we
with
got?
All
your
right,
strength.
so we've got Tam in our live audience tipped $5. Tamara Johnson, $15 for Mike.
Wow, thank you.
Andrea Gordon, $15 for Mike, and
Boom.
$15 for Jen, and said, but seriously,
Yay.
how good would Bowers be at giving head? Am I right?
Well, you want the dick to stay. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
there's
You
more-
want the
there's
dick
more-
to stay.
On it into
The teeth. There's more teeth
bites
than it looks
and then
like. I'm like a duck
disappeared.
underwater. There's a lot of teeth going on you don't see.
All right, we've
Nice.
got Catherine, $15 for Mike. Renee H, $7 for Mike. Frank Notaro, $4.20 for Mike.
Oh God, that's
Nice.
awesome.
We
What
also
about, who's the $420,000 person? That's what I need for like weed and stuff. And wouldn't that be right? Come on, $4.2 million.
Mike, that person doesn't have $420, let alone all the amounts you just said. That's why.
Sure they do. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's got $4.2 million.
And Snoop Dogg,
And he
you probably
smokes
do it.
weed. And he's probably watching right now. Yeah, Snoop. There we go.
That's
Joe
right. You know
Rogan's
what? We
a huge
just
fan of our show.
yeah. We just had someone under the chat under I Heart Ketamine. Was that Joe Rogan?
Yes.
I think
Making fun of
probably,
that.
yeah. That sounds anything drug related is.
Yeah.
I remember when Charlie Sheen was all winning on Twitter and all that. I remember that I first started on Twitter then, like around that time, and some like Charlie Sheen copycat like retweeted me or whatever. And I remember tweeting like, just got retweeted by Charlie Sheen. And then somebody else was like, no, you didn't. And then I felt stupid ever since then. And before that, and even right now.
Well, that Charlie Sheen copycat felt even more stupid when he went out and got himself HIV just to keep up the copycat vibe.
You commit to the bit. It's important.
Gotta
You
commit to the
bit.
Also,
Method,
Joe Rogan is a
Ben,
huge
method.
fan of our show. It actually is true. He keeps begging us to go on his show to promote it, and we keep saying, we like it being niche.
We also had a couple late tips for Jen come in. So Andrea had tipped 15,
Boom.
Jess $10.
Thank
and
you.
then Ron Wayner $10 and said, I think we all know who won Skit Night at Camp Crystal Lake.
Mario Billy said they read my shirt.
Anybody read my shirt? Can you
What
see
does
it?
it say?
It says
Leg
leg
day.
day.
Oh yeah, we did have a comment. I didn't read your shirt, but Zara said, Mike funny as fuck, is it leg day?
Now you know that it is. Oh, she took off her.
Bending.
Wouldn't it would be awesome. It would be awesome
Yes.
if she had on a leg day shirt and then she had to take that off too, because I had that on.
I'm impressed with how fast you had the Queen Bending tank top made, Zara. That's
Guys, I
incredible.
don't know who sent me this. I don't know who sent me this. I was moving to my new apartment and this came in the fucking mail. I have no fucking clue. It might be
When?
one of the audience. It might be one of my classes. I don't fucking know. But it sits right under my boob, which is great.
So someone sent you that. So someone
Yes.
who knows your address. So let's hope it's none of us. Let's hope none of us do
Well,
that.
I sent it.
Let's hope it's one
if you
of
don't,
you.
if you don't know who it was, it was me. If you don't know, I always take credit for all gifts.
Yeah.
That was me. I sent it. I'm your secret
A
admirer.
secret
Those
admirer.
Those
huh?
roses for me too. What's up? Sorry, how
Yeah.
we doing? I'm just trying to perpetuate love. So you know, you and Rachel are good.
I love
good
I love the
match.
idea of Bowers just taking credit for various things that have happened on the show. Like be like, hey, someone just anonymously donated $1,000 to the show, and Bowers like, that was me. Actually, I just want to support us as well. So
I still
technically,
don't-
some of that goes back to me, but still.
I still don't know who sent me the green screen clip and
Chrissy,
stand that I
that was
received in my house.
Chrissy. Chrissy did that. She's like, did Ben ever mention that I sent him a green screen and the clips and everything? I'm like, or the setup. I'm like, no, he didn't mention it. So I didn't know if you ever got it.
Wait, is
that
that a
was
joke?
Chrissy.
Are you
I'm not
joking?
making that
Because
up.
you just
Chris-
said you take credit for it.
I know what's so funny
I
is
don't know.
literally
Now we don't know
Chrissy
what the hell to believe.
Yeah.
swear to God, Chrissy sent you that on Amazon when you said you didn't have clips to hold up your green screen, so she sent that to you because she was on
Aw.
Amazon that day. So that Chrissy sent you that.
Aw.
Now you really know. Now I feel more empathetic with the boy who cried wolf than ever because I don't believe a damn word you're saying.
I bet I'm not. I promise you. Chrissy's like, did Ben mention that I sent him the green screen stuff? I'm like, no, he never mentioned it. So I don't know. I almost texted you the other day, but then I forgot.
Well,
Really?
here's the weird thing then,
Yeah.
Bowers. Now you just realized that Chrissy sent that to Zara as well. I mean, it shifts the matter.
Could be.
Tell
could
Chrissy
be.
to back up.
Yeah.
My queen. My
Hey,
queen.
she'll have to get past me, and she can't. I'm too big.
Yeah. All right, let's play the game.
We have a couple things to catch up on if we can.
Okay.
So first, Zara, turns out red and black plaid is wifey material. And then, which is true. And she also said, Bowers, I need to see a training montage of what it took you to get to your peak. It took a solid 5 minutes for me to pick up my jaw off the floor.
It's actually in the training montage.
I still can't figure out the math on the Queen Bending shirt because I think I made that joke maybe at most 5-6 days ago. Someone had it printed and
3
shipped
days ago.
all in that time.
Yeah, it was from a printing store in Melbourne, and I've tried to call them, but they're not picking up. But yeah, it literally arrived your Thursday, so 2 days after you'd made the joke.
Weird.
Wow.
2 days after?
No.
All I can say is this. We have told you the show is scripted. Meet in the writer's room for 6 months. We planned the pandemic just for this career opportunity. Just wait until it really goes to shit season 3.
Yeah.
I have no ideas for season 3 at all.
Jump the shark.
All right, two things.
Hot dog
to
becomes a
catch up
character, for real.
Yeah, in season 3, actually, Queen Rachel is going to burn down the entire city.
Last two. Megan Begley tipped the show $5 and Andrea $10 and said, General, you want the dick to stay? Oh shit, that explains a lot.
Oh
I hope you guys want the dick to stay. I don't want to have to leave the show.
Okay, we can do the game.
And the weird silence.
All right. So the game is beef up a politician. So what I think I'm going to do first is read the unpaid ones, and then we can go to the live audience since those are Patreon members. So beef up a politician. So these are the ones that are unpaid. I liked Scuba Hannah. She said Al Frankenfurter.
Nice.
Okay.
We had Sean Hart, Liverwurst Pelosi.
How
And
is
then-
liverwurst? All right.
We don't have to
Some of
ask,
these are
Mike.
gonna
Don't
be-
worry about it.
Yeah, some of these are going to be meats and not just beef, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then Amina Sala, Sloppy Joe Biden.
Oh,
Nice.
I like that one.
That's good.
All right, so let's look at the audience. Taylor, could you, so raise your, yep, do it.
Mine is Teddy Roosevelt.
Nice.
Roosevelt, nice.
Roosevelt. There we go.
Love that.
Who else?
She's doing the dance. She's like, go to the next person.
All right, Carrie, what you got?
Donald Trump being the ass of an animal is in his name.
Nice. And his
All right.
demeanor. What else we got?
I'm looking. Anybody else? Okay.
Frank, I think. Is Frank raising his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally have a background of all raised hands.
that's
It's
right.
super hard to.
How did you see my hand? What
And
a bunch of
that's
dicks.
it.
Frank's just
Oh,
raising
could
his
be-
hand like this.
Oh yeah, earlier
Okay.
he said Abraham Lincoln, and you were like, you can't say ham, but you can say Abraham Burger Lincoln.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, my clock got here,
made.
so.
I got George Hot Dog Bush for the older one, George H. Bush.
Oh, nice. The H stands for hot dog.
All right. So those were included, and these are the ones that we'll be voting on. So those as well. So Emily Junkins, Harvey Beef Milk.
I would have gone with Harvey Milk.
Milked beef. And then we had, let me see how many she did. Megan Begley, let me choose the best. She did quite a few. Rand Paulstrami. Jeremy Day, Adolf Heifer.
Adolf Heifer. That'll show him.
6 million calories, am I wrong?
Emily Junkins, Jacob Hornberger.
Isn't that a real person? Doesn't it sound like it should be?
It is.
I feel
Jeremy
like it's a
Day.
guy that sells Dodges and Chryslers and Jeeps. Come on down to Hornberger Dodge Chrysler Jeep. And the Miracle Mile in Lexington.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting. You keep. Go back to your thing.
That is a road comic that listens to AM radio for sure.
That's right. No, you're good. No, you're fine. Thanks.
Too.
Appreciate that,
My
bro.
mom's gonna bring you a hot dog.
I don't know.
All right, what else
Jeremy
we got?
Day. Jeremy
Who
Day.
did the $420,000? What was that person's name?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That
That person's
Sorry.
name was
That's
Jacob
okay.
Hornberger.
They have some
actually.
time. They have some time still.
Yeah.
Jeremy Day. Mu Zedong.
Nice.
We have Benny O. Alexandria O. Castillas Cortez. Castillas are ribs in Spanish.
Ah.
By the way, can I just say a quick thing about Jeremy Day having entered the game? We offered Jeremy to go Punisher contests against me today. Said he had no time for the show today, yet he's entering the contest. I think
No.
Jeremy Day's face.
Now, in Jeremy Day's defense, he said he didn't have his setup and he couldn't do it on camera because he did it at his mom's house. So that's where Jeremy
What
is.
I
today.
think is the Punisher is afraid of the ponderful wizard of ha-has.
Yes.
By the way,
Wow.
that nickname is
wow.
perfect for Ben because not only is it a pun, but it's long.
Yep.
So that was.
Better believe it. They're off to
love all
see the
that.
wizard, the ponderful wizard of ha-has. Because of the wonderful puns he does.
Tam said, I hope he stretched before that reach.
Oh, yep, just reaching as far as I can.
Yay. That's a pause break worthy.
All right. What else do we have in the contest?
Yep. All right. We have Andrea Gordon. Barack O'Ribs. We have, Ron Gould, you bastard. He starts it. Just want the queen to read this. All right, it's Jawaharlal Nehru roast. I guess Jawaharlal Nehru is the former PM of India.
Well, yeah,
Nice.
obviously.
Duh.
Oh, but of course.
That's why that was funny.
All right, Ellie. For New Zealand, Jacinda Tartar.
Nice.
Tartar.
Jacinda Tartar.
Tartar.
Okay.
Tartar.
Ah.
Tartar.
Yeah.
That's how you cook steak.
Also, the more I do this show, the more I'm convinced that none of you travel or know who world leaders are.
I definitely
Fair.
Obvious.
Fair.
You guys didn't know who Nehru was? All right, no problem. That's fine.
I know Neymar. I know Neymar. I don't know Nehru. Sorry. I don't know a lot of
Yeah.
You know what my favorite kind of steak is? Or wait, you know what my favorite part of a steak is? The first Joe Biden to it.
I like when someone Joe buy dinner. It didn't work.
There, no.
Didn't work.
Okay.
All right.
Avi, Barney Franks and beans.
Nice. In a can.
I would vote for that.
Oh, and the toilet thing too. Get it? In a can. Right? What are you doing? Old Barney Frank in the can.
Rachel, you have the power to stop this.
All
Wow.
right. Renee Hutchison, Chuck Doomer.
That's Chuck.
Okay.
Oh, Stu.
Yeah.
Doomer. I thought you said
Doomer.
Doomer.
Yeah, I said Doomer.
No.
All right.
Emily Judkins.
Oh, like Judkins that you eat. Yeah, no, I get that one.
Nope, she already did that one. That's why I got confused for a second. Jeremy Day. Team effort on this one with that lane boy. Franklin Delmonico Roosevelt.
Nice.
And then the last one that I have is Jen Winklepleck. Barack O. Lamb Obama meat.
Okay.
All right. There we go. So, Mike, what was your favorite one?
The one that I said probably would I if I had to. Do I don't get to pick myself though, do I?
No, you got to pick
the first Barack O ribs. I like that one.
Barack of ribs. All right. Jen.
So I also had 3 that I wanted to mention.
Wait,
Just
no,
vote
no,
now.
not yet.
We'll
We're
do
voting.
those-
Okay.
first.
Just
Okay.
listen a
Sorry.
second. No, you're okay. You're fine. Just vote now. What was your favorite?
Vote now.
My
This is why
favorite was-
democracy has problems right now, because no one knows how to vote.
Oh, it's my fault.
No, you're fine.
I like the Rand Pastrami. I thought that was funny.
All right, Rand
All right.
Pastrami.
Rach.
I like Barack O. ribs.
Hey,
Nice.
I'm also going with Barack O ribs. I like Barack O ribs. Ben.
I go Rand Pastrami.
All right.
Oh.
You can create a tie, Steve, or you can pick a winner, or you can pick something
You
completely
can
different.
fuck everything up, or we can get this over with. Up to you.
I can fuck everything up like I'm Rand Paul.
Very fair.
Or I can leave it alone like I'm Rand Paul. So he doesn't like intervention, so therefore I'm going Barack O ribs. That is my pick as well. Barack O lamb was
right.
good too, but ribs is meat.
Hey.
So ribs is beef. So that one wins. All right. So if you are the winner, go to our website, laughfromhome.com, email us and claim your prize. And now, Jen, what are yours?
I have Beefaroni Blair, like Tony Blair.
Yes.
Nice.
I have Bernie Colonel Sanders, and I have Kalamata Harris.
Nice.
Nice. Mike, you got any?
Oh God, am I supposed to be thinking of some?
No, you don't have to have
You
any.
don't
If you don't
have
have
to.
any, it's fine.
No,
We always
I
forget
just
to tell
what
our
do I
guests to
eat?
think of some
What
in
do I
advance.
eat for money? I got stuff. I got he got $200 for a hot dog. I got let's see. I'll drink olive oil. I got a unopened
By the way,
sour
can I just
cream.
point out, Mike, when we did your sound check, you closed that pot behind you. Did you open that pot during the show?
the pot?
What cat?
Coffee
You're just
pot.
stoned a little.
The slow cooker? I think that's the slow. What is that? The
No, this is my coffee maker.
Oh, that's your coffee maker. Okay. Oh, got it. I was just like, why would you open that during the show? What were you looking for in that?
Because I was actually getting ready to make myself some coffee, but then I was like, it might be a little loud, so I'll just wait. but I'll close the lid if it makes you feel better.
No, I thought you had a slow. I thought you had a slow cooker behind you, and somehow during the show you were just like, "Huh, what's in here?"
Well,
It's not
Steve,
Ben.
He
Steve,
didn't
he's
tell
not
you how
Ben.
much
He
money
doesn't-
he spent on pot. He didn't mention what kind of pot.
Oh, it's
a very
good.
point.
It was instant.
If you
got an
if you
Instapot.
buy it in large enough quantities, then it's like gas. It's like $25 a barrel or something, you know.
Yeah.
I do have a
All
slow
right.
cooker though. If anybody needs any slow cooker recipes, then I can tell you how to use the internet.
All right.
Food you cook in a slow cooker is like the coronavirus. You'll get it in about 2 weeks.
Cool.
All right, I have a couple, and then I know Ben has about 3,000 of these. So here are mine. John F. County.
Nice.
Silvio Berlusconi. Andrew Cowmoo. That's a double. Here's a Ben one. Vladimir, put in the oven for 275 for 12 hours to slow cook.
Hey.
I like that one. That would be great.
Here's someone who used to be a politician, but I don't know what he is now. Foodie Giuliani. And then King Henry VIII ounce.
I just had one. It was Joe Biden my time so I could eat more hamburgers.
Yes. I will erase that one from my list. Fantastic. Are y'all ready?
Yeah,
We're
I
ready.
just really love that whenever we do puns with Ben, it's like playing Boggle. It is someone gets one and he's like, all right, well, I got to cross these off.
I would like to start with an order of steak Diane Feinstein.
Nice.
Ooh.
Donald Rump and his filet minions. Jesse
I have a
Van
beef
Tartar.
with them.
He has a beef with yes, you do.
Yeah.
Jesse Van Tartar. Michael Bloomberger.
Nice.
George H.W. Bush's baked beans with beef bits. Tasty beef loci. I've got dead cows. Ted Cruz.
Would be a more effective senator.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Ivan Cow Rump. Arnold Schwarzenegger, great piece of steak. I wrote that one a few different ways initially and could not read it on the air. Hammy duck worth less than prime beef cuts on the open market. Cam Meat Lover Harris. Play Aiken for some stakin'.
Couldn't just do Clay Staken.
No, I prefer Clay Aiken for some stakin'. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. It's my fault. My fault.
Got a double meaning. Amy Cold Beef Chard. Al Gore a bull, then carve him up, eat him, and contribute to global warming on account of the extra methane in the air now.
That one's good. That one's good.
Or I could have just gone with Al Gore Mezabzi instead. For you Persian food lovers out there, apparently none. We have none.
None.
I always thought it was a big Persian food show. I'm sorry.
I've got all four members of the squad. We've got, of course, led by Alexandria Ocasio-Carne, followed by Rushing to Taste Meat, A, Wanna Press Beef, and Ill from Old Char.
Those are utterly
I don't know any of those words. I don't know the politician.
Even though I knew they were supposed to be the squad, I'm still like, I don't know who's who.
No.
I do not know who's who.
Rashida Tlaib, Rushing to Taste Meat. I mean, pretty right on there.
That's pretty much the same.
Ayanna Presley, I Want a Pressed Beef. Come on. Ilhan Omar, Il from Old Char. I mean, they're incredibly spot on. Maybe that's your lack of political knowledge. It could be.
That is.
Definitely
I mean,
is for
I
me.
did. I did briefly work on a campaign.
Do you guys
Work
have
is a strong
beef?
word. Work is a strong word.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jen?
You guys have beef right now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they're beefing. They're beefing.
I honestly just think Ben is doing this half-assed, and it's bothering me.
Steve, why don't you meet me outside?
You want me to give you a friendly ribbing?
You've just raised the stakes, haven't you, my friend?
Don't make me roast you.
I will burn you from overcooking with my jokes.
But I can't possibly beat that.
I got one.
Wait, Mike.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Now we just found out what Mike Baldwin does to meat.
I'm gonna bring it home now if I may. This fight has to
It's
stop.
lamb.
What I meant.
Sorry.
All right, bring it home, Ben.
This fighting has to stop. I'm gonna bring it home with Nelson Mandela meat. Angela Merkel killed a cow and ate it raw.
Angela Merkel. Sorry.
What?
Angela Merkel.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Franklin, delicious Ruza melts in your mouth. The beef does. Benjamin Netanyahu ordered the filet. Daryl, is your steak restaurant open? And finally, Senator Meat Yumney.
Nice job, Ben. All right.
Very nicely done, Ben.
What a fun show. Mike Baldwin, what can you tell? How do we find you on social media? How do we find you out in the world, Mike Baldwin?
You can go to mikeisfunny.com if you think I'm funny. If you don't think I'm funny, then it's the same. I was gonna get like Mike isn't all that funny.com, but like who would even want to go to that? I do have a shirt. What did I do with it? If you want to buy a shirt from me, I'll show you what they say. They say ninjas hate crunchy leaves. Which is like, it's just a fun shirt to wear around and have people be like, yeah, I suppose they would, wouldn't they?
And I own that shirt, by the way.
Buy one of these. Do you really?
I do.
We worked together in Kentucky or something, I think.
Yes, we did. Louisville, Kentucky, and I bought this shirt. I thought it was
van.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times. Good memory.
Great times.
Nailed it. So yeah, just whatever. Look me up. Search me.
It's under the napkin. I can't.
Are we getting more hot dogs or what's going on?
I hope so.
I muted Bowers for whatever was happening because there was a lot.
Do I get
going on off
Do I get to eat this full tub of sour cream or what's going on, guys?
I'll end the show by eating one more hot dog. That's how I'll end the show. So I've got another hot dog ready to eat. So Jen, how do we find you in the world?
Wait, I need to see this hot dog. Is that a brat?
No, it's just a regular hot dog.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm Jen Saunderson on all the TikTok and all this Facebook and all the stuff. And then I have a fun horror comedy podcast called Everything is Scary.
Oh, like horror, like
How you would
HORROR.
possibly succeed on TikTok? You don't feel comfortable dancing publicly.
I know I don't dance on TikTok at all because no one's tipping me on TikTok.
Who's the masked man in the background? Is nobody gonna...
Spectrum guy.
Ben, you're getting robbed.
Turn around.
Go wild.
Thank you for being considerate of his health, Robber.
All right, so Jen, and you can find me at Bowers Comedy as always. I've got some shows with Ben and Steve coming up. They'll tell you about one on the 18th with Steve, one on the 19th with Ben for his birthday. And yeah, so Ben, where do we find you at? What you got going on?
Gone.
Is he gone?
Mhm.
Steve.
Yeah, on the 19th of June.
Oh, there he was.
He's back.
What
All right,
happened?
come back.
Hello.
Okay.
On the 19th of June, I'm having a birthday show, Ben Glebe and Friends B-Day show with Bowers and Hofstetter and other surprise guests and prizes for the audience. Tickets at nowherecomedyclub.com. Please check that out. My special Neurotic Gangster on YouTube, my web series Cinedopes, about the world's first movie theater that sells weed. You can check that out as well if you want to laugh from a broad, old school Three Stooges type over-the-top comedy. Check all them things out.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Steve.
You know?
You can check me out doing a watch party for my special Secret Optimist, where we break the show down. You can check that out at Nowhere Comedy Club. I also have a full headlining set at Nowhere Comedy Club in just about 2 weeks. So check those things out.
Awesome. All right. Well, comics, thanks so much.
Nice.
You guys are awesome. Jen and Mike, we
Dude.
appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you,
Hope to have you back in the future.
Yes. Thank
guys
you
are
for
great.
having us. I really, really, really appreciate it. Seriously. Thank you. I made a few bucks and I had a great time. You guys are awesome. This is a cool thing you're doing.
We appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Mike.
So thanks, Mike. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, audience, again for being here. We
Yay.
appreciate you guys being here. You guys are the best. Thank you for being fun and awesome yet again. And I guess before I turn my camera off, I should just eat this hot dog. So here we go, guys.
Hold on. Don't
Wait,
turn
we
it
gotta catch up.
Hey.
And also, I want to congratulate Mike Baldwin on being the first person to sell merch on the show.
I'm not saying we're
Somebody bought a shirt. Nice.
My camera off.
Yeah.
Shit, now I have
all right.
to package one up and go to the post office and shit. God damn it.
They were just gonna come over and pick it up, Mike, in Independence, Missouri.
Can if you want. I'm not doing much.
All right, Rachel, catch us up, and then we're gonna watch Bowers wolf down this other hot dog. What are we
Perfect.
doing with our lives?
I don't know. Renee tipped the show $10. We had Sam Carr tipped the show $5. Jeremy Day $2 and said, "Anytime, Ben." And
That's nice.
Yes.
Are you available earlier today, bro? Bring it.
And then last one, E-Hole $5. I just got here. I don't know where we are, but Bowers must be right.
Thanks,
All right.
All right, Rach, good
Bye,
to see
everybody.
you. So there's my finale. I'm not going to say anything other than I'm just going to eat this hot dog. So I'm going to go party. Thanks, guys. Hope you had a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Oh, Ben's in the middle.
I gotta say, the
That's how it
first one was
happens.
more impressive. The first one was.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Mine
Yeah,
bends in the middle too.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Wow.
everybody. Mike, shut your camera off. As always, thanks for watching the show. It was tons of fun. Oh, and I almost forgot. Tonight I have the Ask Us Anything show, as I do every Saturday night. So I know I'll see some of y'all there. Bye.
Yep.
Ben, you're muted.
Thank you. That's exciting as we progress.
Do
as
I
the
just
system
leave
gets-
now?
What?
Ben closes the show. Just let Ben close the show, and then we all leave, Mike.
I just leave. I click the leave button though. I just want to
Mike.
make sure.
Mike, shut up for a second.
Thank you so much for being here. Quite wonderful. I personally am going to Venmo as soon as the show done. Mike Baldwin, $7 to see him eat a tub of sour cream. Good night, everybody.
What's the box?